Welcome to the very first episode of The Battle Pit. I am your host Gersh1 and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. This video will go over all of the results of each individual battle that happened during the week. After every lore video, I asked you guys a question: who would win in a fight between two units or two characters, one of which was from the Warhammer 40k universe, if they were both put into a pit and forced to fight. Now you guys commented and voted, and today we're going to go over the results, starting with the very first one. In the Evil Sunz video, I asked you guys who would win in a fight between the Evil Sunz and the Warboys of the Mad Max universe, and you guys commented and these two units went into battle. There were some of you that explained how amazing the Warboys were. Jonathan Owen says, "Warboys, I ain't never seen an orc on a pole on their truck, and no orc could ever be as metal as the dude on the concert truck. I did liken them to orcs, by the way, when I saw the movie. But in the end, we could all agree that the orc biology gives them a superior edge against any damage dealt during the battle. Orcs can be shot, stabbed, even decapitated and continue to fight. The Warboys do not have this luxury. They can huff as much paint as they want, but they cannot defeat the Evil Sunz." I will share with you my favorite comment from that video. Nathaniel Schultz writes,
"Oi, what's that? Is they orcs?"
"Don't know, boss. They's all white and pasty and look like pinkies."
"Yeah, but look at them buggies, trucks, and battle wagons. They also making lots of noise like they Evil Sunz."
"Yeah, boss. They like to crump things and get stuck in like. Does it matter, boss?"
"Nah, just wondering. Oi, lads, let's go crump us some white pinky orcs and take their dope wagons."
And we move on to the next battle inside the battle pit. Now this was a question left on the Slave Wars 40 Fact video. I asked you guys who would win in a fight between a Chaos Space Marine, just a generic Chaos Space Marine, and a generic Spartan from the Halo series. And of course, the Chaos Space Marine came out on top with a unanimous decision. And I will share with you my favorite comment of that video. Tyson Gardner says, "The answer to your second question is as simple as they come. Chaos Space Marines. I noticed you didn't use the generic term Space Marine, but the operative word you did use was Chaos. The simplest of Chaos Space Marine would win hands down against the elite Spartans, but really not fair to compare. Imagine Master Chief going up against Karn. What a bloodfest. It would be like throwing a 6-year-old in the ring with Mike Tyson. Seriously though, I would like to see Master Chief go up against an Imperial Space Marine. You would get your money's worth. They're slogging it out for days, but in the end, I think the Imperial Space Marine might just win on point." The next battle was left during the Eldar Part 2 40 Facts video, where I asked you guys who would win in a fight, the Eldar versus the Protoss. And another point goes to the Warhammer 40k universe as they defeat the Protoss. My favorite comment from that video is this one. Lotus Wraith says, "While I love the Protoss, I have to say that they would be no match for the Eldar. Essentially, the Protoss are a younger, less experienced version of the Eldar in all aspects, from the age of their race, to the level of their technology, to the level of their psychic gifts. The Protoss have only had a few millennia to develop, while the Eldar have been ruling the galaxy for eons." The next battle was fought in the Eldar Gods 40 Facts video. This was between an Avatar of Cain versus Imhotep from the Mummy series. Now there were supporters of both sides, and Rob Lockerman probably made the best argument in terms of Imhotep winning the battle. Imhotep, that dude can turn into a wall of sand. As long as Cain doesn't bring a cat, then he's set. While Imhotep would fight hard, ultimately he was defeated by the Avatar of Cain, and the best reason can be summed up by this next comment. Savage Shade says, "Imhotep is powerful in comparison to humans. He can remove eyes, create locust swarms, hordes of frogs, and utilize other curses, but none of it would be able to stop the burning rage of the Avatar of Cain. He would sweep aside all that the puny priest of Osiris would throw at him with the flames of war, and annihilate Imhotep with a great blade of Val. No chance for the mummy." By far, my favorite comment during this battle was left by this guy. Ink Switch says, who would win, Avatar of Cain or Imhotep? Answer, John Cena! And finally, the final battle left during the Eldar Craft World's 40 Facts video, where I asked you guys who would win in a fight. An Eldar in hand-to-hand combat against Bruce Lee. Now I have to give a split decision victory to the victor of this battle. Both sides gave great responses. Billy Pate says, thanks for the video. My vote would go to Bruce Lee. He would get knocked down and bleed a lot with a copious amount of sweat, but in the end he would draw on some ancient form of combat and combine it with an innate sense of perfection to whip up on the Eldar. Ulra Ho says, an Eldar warrior with comparatively slow perception of time, living in a universe of constant war, versus the renowned martial artist raised in a rather peaceful society. The Eldar is going to show Bruce some new shades of blue he could have never imagined. Both comments and arguments were very good, but the winner has to go to my man Bruce Lee because of this comment. Axel Boss says, Bruce Lee would win because an Eldar can't win against a god. That was the roundup of the very first One Mind Syndicate Battle Pit. Now be sure to subscribe to the channel to get next week's. I've already put out some videos asking you guys multiple questions, so please watch our videos, stay to the end, and comment in each video so we can know who would win in a fight between warring champions. If you disagree with any of the results, please comment down below and fight for the guy that you thought should have won. Thank you to all the participants. It was really fun to read all your comments, and I'll be sure to catch you in the next one. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.